Hey guys, just a little forward into before we get into this thing. I do make a statement, and I didn't want to go back and re-record it, but I do make a statement in this tutorial that was incorrect, and because I did, I want to go ahead and put this out there. Now, the grown adult guys, you guys can do whatever you want, but the younger viewers I got to stress to you guys, make sure you guys are taking safety precautions when dealing with this stuff. I do stuff that is incredibly stupid, that could get somebody injured or sick or any kind of stuff like that. That's on me. I'm a grown adult, but I got to stress to you guys, take the safety precautions. Wear respirators, dust masks, wear rubber gloves whenever it's called for. The stuff that I'm using today is considered toxic and can make you sick. So with that said, watch out for yourself, okay? Stay safe, watch out for yourself, and let's get to this. Somebody was checking out my sewer display and liked the water I did, so they asked if I'd show how I did it. It's actually pretty easy as far as that. I mean, that one time I did it was the only time I'd done it, so it actually was pretty easy when I was doing it then, so I'll see if I can reproduce it again here for you. The only thing that's really, the only key ingredient here to make it look like that is clear silicone caulk. That's what I did it with. Now here I've made this little stone-like little thing where I'm going to put a stream through here. And I've made different colors to show you how the colors will kind of come through and stuff like that, depending on what you're wanting to do. A deep blue water, something more green with a lot of algae and stuff in it, or possibly where the dirt has been kicked up into the water, and you can see how it's going to work. Now, this is going to be something new for me too. Like I said, I've only done it the one time, so we'll just lay ourselves a bead in here. Now, if you watch Gets Mondays with Shane Miller, he showed that you can take and put paint into silicone and it will color it. You can do that for a first layer if you want. That is purely up to you. You can build it in layers, so if you wanted to put like a real dark black or something like that as a bottom base coat, and then put in some dark blues or whatever into the silicone and put in a layer and then put the clear on top, you could do that too. Now once you got your bead of silicone in there, all you're going to do is you're going to spread it out. This stuff will stick to this stick, and that's all I'm using here is a craft stick. You just want to fill in your trench here. Fill it in. Now, one thing I will warn you about when getting into using this silicone is it stinks horribly. It smells really bad, so I do recommend, just for your nostril purposes, I don't think that the fumes are toxic. They just smell really bad. I mean, enough to make you cringe. So try not to work right over top of it, or else you're going to get a nose full of it. Try to work in a fairly well ventilated area. I think it would be really recommended. That's all we're going to do here, and once this is all filled in, we'll start to do some more work to it here. Okay. So now we want to do a flow. We want it all to look like it's flowing in one direction. So the purpose of this, I'm going to make it flow this direction. So that's exactly what I'll do, is just drag it to give it a look of it's flowing down this way. Now up here, when we make it look like this larger end is hitting these rocks here. So what I'm actually going to do is take this silicone and put it up on these rocks a little bit. See if I can zoom in on this. And what I'm going to do here is take this and kind of bring it up, and you just want to just make it look like it's splashing up on the rocks.
And this stuff is kind of sticky, so if you want to give it that splashing effect, all you do is grab it and then flip it up like that, and it'll give you these stringy looks to it. Just knock those out, but you see what I'm saying? It's like to grab it and touch it up like that, and it'll give you a chaotically, like, kind of a splashing look. And that's what we want. We want it to look like this is hitting this, and then once it gets done hitting that, it is then going down this side and flowing down this area. So what's going to flow and beautiful. And just break the edge on the edge of this. And also the outside. Just break the edge. Now, this is a complete cure. And so you must sure what use with them. That's not a way. Right now it's not help. So trees up, touch, and about 15 minutes usually, and make that on there. Now, then if I want to make things look wet, let's say you want to see this, make it look like it's splashing, I would do is take the silicone and just do a quick, a real thin wipe on there. You can barely see that, but it'll give your a wet look to the surface of that stone there. So just grab a little bit of that and just smear it real thin, like you're buttering bread or something. And we'll wait for that to come. We'll wait for that to set up, and I'll get into doing the last bit of touch-ups.
Now, I've given this thing about 8 hours or so to cure. It's not completely cured, but it's rubbery enough that it's not sticky anymore, so we're going to go ahead and continue. Now, all I did was, since that last part I showed you, I went back in and I filled in some more to give some depth to even it out and everything. And, you know. Now, one thing that you will notice with, when you get this stuff, if you read this, it says that, please note, silicone is not paintable. Now, if you are dealing with latex caulk or this, that is true if it comes to acrylic paints. You paint it on there, and once it dries, it'll flake off if you start pushing at it. If you start, poking and prodding at it, it'll flake off. One thing I've noticed this last time when I was using this, that one thing that does work much better, and that is latex-based paints, like your standard house paints, which I happen to have because I base coat a lot of my pieces with latex paint. So that's what I'm going to use, is a thing of white latex paint. And all we're going to do is we're going to basically dry brush the top edges here, just to give us the idea of the froth, of the splash of it hitting against I guess in the turbulence of the water and stuff. So fortunately, the water is more like and that's it, guys. That's exactly what I did for that piece, and there's your water. Like I said, the colors are in there just to give you an idea of the. You could have something just regular blue, which is standard for most of your pools of water and stuff like that, or rivers or whatever. Green would be great if you were going to do something that was either toxic or slimy or something of that nature. And the brown, just for regular earth or whatever. If you want to do like a shallow stream, you can still see the ground. The thicker the silicone gets, the more muted the colors are going to become. So, I certainly hope that works for you guys, and I'd like to see what you guys come up with.